there, and how are you today? I hope that all is well with you, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Well, it is truly wonderful to be with you here today in my garden on my deck. And it is the second week in June. And right now we are getting ready for the first day of summer, which is June 20th. So there is a rush to get as much done and completed by that date. At least for me, that's what's going to work, because I know by June 20th that is the beginning of summer, and that the weather's changing and that things are going to be different, and that there are different things that I'm going to have to be looking for and looking to do. So I am in just a hurry to get all of my seeds in the ground, to get things planted and organized, so that as I continue on with the process of gardening for 2024, that I will have a successful garden, and that I wouldn't be disappointed when the fall comes and harvest time comes, that I haven't got everything done. So it has been so enjoyable for me for this month of June, actually the end of May into the beginning of June. It has just been so exciting to see how the garden has just been flourishing and looking so beautiful. I have been recording as much as I possibly can, and in doing so, I've been creating a lot of videos about the garden. And it seems like almost every single day, something new is growing, something new is changing, something old, or what was before, has faded away, and something new is blooming. So it is really an exciting time here in my garden. And I am just wanting to continue to just look in my journal, and I hope that you have a journal, or if you have one of my journals here. I've just been going through it and jotting down what I need to do for summer, which is coming real soon. So I'm on this page here, and what I need to do and how I need to start planning for summer. So I hope that you are following along and keeping up with your journaling and taking a look at your garden and jotting down some notes. What are some things that you want to change? What things do you want to improve? And how can you make things better? And some of the topics that we want to cover for today are watering, mulching, pruning, and fertilizing in the garden. That's watering, mulching, pruning, and fertilizing. If you could think of it as a song, when you're getting it together, just think about this: watering, mulching, pruning, and fertilizing. That's what I'm gonna be doing in June, is watering, mulching, pruning, and fertilizing. That's what I'm going to be doing all through the rest of June. Yes. And because you're doing that, you're setting your garden up for success. Because right now in my area, we had a burst of rain in May. May was fantastic. And everything was blooming, and green and lush. And I just love May. And because it sets us up for the June flowers. And now the June roses are fading. They're on their way out. So that means that when June 20th comes, that means that the heat will be on its way, especially in my zone. So if you garden in zone 6, then that is what may be happening for you too. We still have some cool evenings, but the temperatures are picking up. It's getting warmer. It's like in the 70s, and then at times it may go into the 80s, and it may just top and hit the 90s. So how are you going to handle that? Well, You got to know about watering, mulching, pruning, and fertilizing to get ready for July, which is going to bring about rapid growth for some of your annuals and your vegetable gardening. Well, I'm so glad to see that I have some wonderful friends, gardening friends. Welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. And in the chat, come on in the chat. I see Francesca's in the chat and Sonia's in the chat. And who else has joined us? Come on in, everybody. Come on in, because I'm not going to be with you long today. But I did want to come and see you because, as we all know, that next week, June 20th, is the first day of summer. And summer, it changes things in the garden. Things are going to start heating up. And how are you going to handle all of that? And if you haven't gotten all of your seeds in the ground, now's the time to push and get those seeds in the ground. At least for me, I still have a lot of gardening plants to plant and to seed in these next 2 weeks here. I've gotten a lot done, but yet there's still so much more to go. And I have just been really working on my infrastructure for the vegetable garden, just getting it together. And those of you who've been following me, you saw when I went to Home Depot and bought those bricks in May. Wow, that was a good thing. That Labor Day, was it Labor Day? Memorial Day weekend, getting the mulch and the bricks. Best purchases ever, because the bricks help me to form out my garden, my vegetable gardens, and the mulch has helped to keep the moisture in for my plants. How are you all? Who else is in the house? I see that Yankee Sister Homestead has joined us. Hi, Thelma. How are you? That Darlene has joined us as well. Hey, Darlene Brown, how are you all? It's so good to see my gardening friends and my knowing that you too are busy gardening and getting things done in your garden. And so it has been a beautiful month for me. I have enjoyed. Hey, Vintage Gardener, how are you, Brooke? So good to have you come and join us. That's nice. And I know that a lot of you all have been busy in your garden. And don't forget to enjoy it. Don't forget to enjoy the process, because now is the time to enjoy it as well. And don't get behind so that you won't be overwhelmed. Rambo Green Hands, how are you? Rambo, you've been coming up. You've been busy. I've seen you coming up on my feed, and I've subscribed to you. So whenever I hit the subscribers section, that you've been busy over there in the UK working in your garden. How exciting. Yes, so Thelma's saying hello, Francesca, Sonia, Darlene, Rambo, and Brooke. Yes. I am so excited with the process that I've seen. My roses have been so good. Put a comment if you planted roses and your roses are doing really well this year. Hey, Happy Mac, how are you, Barbie? So good to see you. I have had such pleasure with my roses. At first, at the beginning of June, I was excited to see them come up. Put in the chat, what is your most favorite rose in your garden? If you have roses, which one are you so excited about? Hey, Monica, how are you doing, honey? Yes, put it in, which rose are you most excited about? If you have roses in your garden, what is the name of it? Or just put what color down. What has made you, which rose has made you happy? I'm telling you, my roses have done wonderful because the weather has just been so favorable, and the water with the rain, it's just been what a wonderful, wonderful look. And I am just, every morning I go out, even my husband has commented about the roses. He said, oh, these roses look so good. He says, that side of the garden where I have right here, where I have the Eden climbing rose coming up. He's like, oh my goodness, this looks so good. Now, it's looked good all the time, but for the last 2 years, it wasn't so good, I have to say. But before that, yeah, and he commented on that side, which is amazing. So if he noticed that, then we're saying something. Yeah. So what about you all with your roses? Have your roses flourished? And Brooke, I know your garden is looking fantastic. We need a garden tour. I haven't seen you giving a garden tour with your fountain garden. I think everything should be looking so good and lush. Red and white fragrant roses from Costco. Yes. So your Costco roses are doing good, Thelma? That's fantastic. That is fantastic. And anyone else? I saw a beautiful climbing yellow rose while I was driving around yesterday. I need one. Wow, that sounds great. Because I have was it last year before, I bought a yellow rose, and it's up front there. I think it's called Moonlight from Lowe's, and it bloomed this year, and it is looking fantastic. It is looking so good. I can't believe it. Sonia says, I don't know what the name of my two roses are. Walmart special orange. Wow, that's good. That's good. As long as it doesn't matter where you got them from. What matters is, are they beautiful to you? Do they make you happy? Do they have a wonderful scent, as you have here? Sonia said they smell good too. That's fabulous. Because a rose is a rose is a rose. I think Aubrey Hepburn said that a rose is a rose. Yes. And I know, Brooke, I know you have so many wonderful roses. Which one is your favorite? Put it in the chat. Which one is your favorite? Monica, I know you have some roses there in your garden. Come on. Are you doing well with the roses? Francesca said, I didn't plant any roses this year, but my wild rose I have are doing awesome. Well, that's fantastic because, as you know, I have one wild rose. I think it's a Japanese cluster white rose. And boy, has it had a heyday in my garden. Today, I did one of the other things that I said that we needed to do now for June to get us ready. Keeping your garden healthy in June involves a variety of tasks that prepare your plants for the summer growth spurt and help them thrive during the hotter months. And some key tips to maintain a vibrant garden is about watering, mulching, pruning, and fertilizing. Well, I was out pruning this morning while I was listening to Francesca and Thelma give a wonderful devotional. Oh man, I was so blessed during the devotional that I had to stop in the middle of my pruning just to put in a hallelujah in the chat, and a comment here and a comment there and a clap, 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 clap. It was very good. Both of you did a fine job. And if you have not connected with them on the Wednesday, Thelma hosts a devotional on Wednesdays with Francesca. And it's on Thelma's channel, Yankee Sister Homestead, at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And while you're doing your work, if you're home or available, or if you're working and you're able to listen, listen in. You will be encouraged, strengthened, and blessed by listening to the both of them on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m. Yes, thank you, Sister Catherine. Wow, that's good. You're welcome, honey. Yeah. Monica says my Gabriel Oak rose did fantastic. However, I cut him back to get a second flush of roses. Yes, so pruning is key, Monica. That's good. That's good. Yes, I have a rose which is not doing good, but it's still serving for years. Oh, Rambo Green Hands. Well, that's good. Well, you know what you need to do to get it working? Get it some fertilizer. I found too that banana peels work really well with roses. They give them the potassium that they need. And so I learned that from a show long, long time ago. They said to bury your banana peels underneath your roses. Sometimes I just throw the banana peel under there because it withers away and it goes to the soil and provides that potassium that the rose may need. I wanted to get another rose. Can't make up my mind as to which one to buy. I know. You know what, Monica? I need to go to Lowe's to see if they have anything in the clearance rack. Yeah, any roses in the. I don't know if they'll have roses there, but usually right around this time they start to move things out to get ready for the summer perennials and plants. They're moving out those spring plants. So wow, I need to get to Lowe's. Hopefully they haven't already done that. Hi, Miss Catherine and Chad. Hey, Brampton Gardner, how are you? Yeah, so I have a rose. Let's see. Uh, Yeah, so if you have a favorite rose, you can put that name in the chat. And so yeah, that so my rose session these last 2 weeks, it's still going on. I still have um, the ending of these roses. My Eden climbing rose still has blooms, but they're fading out, and soon I'm going to have to cut them back. And deadheading is very important. Pruning or deadheading. Hi, Mark. Deadheading is very, very important at this time if you want to get a second flush on your roses if they're reoccurring. Some roses, it's just a one-time thing. You know, they just bloom fully and then they're gone. And then some roses, they have a second a second reoccurring. So it's up to it's it's good for you to deadhead. They call that deadheading when you cut off the dead blooms. You know, the tops, so that the plant can now release some fresh new leaves and buds. Okay, the neighbor up the street has the most incredible hot pink orange rose. All right, says Brampton. And Monica says whether to buy from a big box store or another David Austin rose. Well, you know, the David Austin roses have a special look, and they're name brand, and it feels special to have them. And when I see them, you know who has a lot of them? Laura of Garden Answers. She has a lot of David Austin roses in her garden, and I was watching her show today, and she showed that west side where she had the David Austin roses, and they were so beautiful. But she also has some proven winners roses and some other names there as well. So it is what is attractive to you. It doesn't have to necessarily be a name brand rose to be a good rose, right? Garden Summit. Good evening, Miss Catherine and gardening friends. Here is our rose connoisseur here, one of them anyway, Bev. Hey, Bev, what's your favorite rose? We're talking about roses, and which one is your favorite rose so far? And are your roses blooming very well here for June? Yes, I like that special look. Yeah. hmm Yes, so, Francesca says, I have a lot of prairie wild roses that are out of control. I need to clear out the grass somehow. Yes, well, that is what I was doing. I have a wild rose there that grows wild within the city, but it was so beautiful with what was going on in my garden. And you've got to have seen it. If you watched any of my gardening videos, you've seen that side of the garden that I call the jewel garden area where I planted those roses. Ha ha ha. My favorites love them all. That's right. Bev loves all the roses. hmm Do you have any suggestions, Bev, for Monica for a David Austin rose? She's thinking David Austin again. Do you have a favorite one that you can suggest to Monica? Yeah. um, a David Austin rose or any of your other roses. And you too, Brooke. Do you have a favorite rose? Um, Brampton says, I like climbing roses. Me too, Brampton. For some reason, I like to see them trailing over, and I like them climbing over arbors and things. I think that is very pretty, just seeing them together. Let me think, says Gardens are me. That's thinking hard for you, Monica. She gonna give you some suggestions on the roses, yes, that you can get. But yeah, also, this is a good time to check out if you have a Lowe's near you, and if you visit your Lowe's, to go and check out the clearance section, because they'll be clearing out the spring things to bring in the summer perennials and flowers. So I need to get over there somehow. And I think like a Thursday, like because they're going to be getting ready for the weekend gardeners, that they will start to clear out either today or tomorrow. Wednesday or Thursday, they start to clear out and they put things in clearance. So it might be good to go tomorrow. I might just go on Thursday and see what Lowe's has. If I do, I think what I might end up doing is I'll if I remember, I will um, I will record it. I don't know. I've been filling up my phone space, and I haven't dumped out, some of the stuff that I have in there, that it's been filling up with the pictures. I've been taking so many pictures of my garden, and I'm trying to figure out how can I share all of this, because as I said, just between the 2 weeks, the from June 1st to June 9th, it's just been so much growth and excitement and changes and things happening in the garden that sometimes you just can't keep up with all of it. I've been putting out shorts and things, and just trying to keep up with, just for my own sake, to record. And on that note, I hope that you've been working in your journals or writing down what you've been thinking about. And I've actually gotten to the end of this of spring. And if you have a copy of my journal, um, June 20th is going to be the first day of summer. So I got to the end of this section. I'm thinking gentle Herminian rose. I don't know that one, but it sounds good. It's gentle. So if you have it, make sure you get to the end of it, and it says tea time, spring. Sit down with a cup of tea or beverage of your choice. Take a sip. This is a beverage of my choice. Take a sip or take a gulp, one or the other. Abraham Darby is a shrub rose with beautiful pink blush blooms. Absolutely beautiful. It is a David Austin. Well, there you go. Gardens of Me has given you a suggestion, Monica. She suggests that one. And if you have your journal, and you sit down, take a sip, relax in the experience, feel the warmth, smile knowing that it's coming to pass, your dream garden. Draw a happy face and a word of affirmation. And I drew my happy face, and I wrote, I love my garden. I sure did. That's what I wrote. Because I do. I love it. I love it. I'm up early in the morning, and around 7 o'clock, I'm up walking through it with my cup of coffee, just looking at everything. Got my phone with me so I can take some quick pictures. I've just been, getting out there, watering and so forth. And another thing that you need to consider for this time is watering. Water, water, water. Now, last week, Thursday, I thought it was going to rain. It didn't rain. I thought it was going to rain heavily on Friday. It rained a little bit. Saturday, it rained just a few sprinkles. Sunday is when it really got it. The rain was a little longer, like a couple of hours, and it was a little bit more accumulative. But now I think that the rain is slowing down. It has been cloudy though, like it wants to rain, but no rain. So in the meantime, now I have to come out and water everything, especially my seedlings, to make sure that they are getting the moisture that they want. And one of the things that you can do to help with that, especially if you have seedlings and flowers, that you need to consider, you may want to consider, now I'm not going to put in a drip irrigation, but you may be able to consider installing a drip irrigation system for efficient watering that conserves water and reduces your diseases and so forth. But if not, just even thinking about placing your sprinkler systems in places where it's most effective, that it covers a large area of your garden so that it can get some moisture. The other good thing to do is to mulch. Apply mulch around your plants to help retain soil moisture and regulate soil temperature and suppress weed growth. Yeah, mulching has been such a great thing for us. I used a lot of cardboard earlier in spring, put down the cardboard and put compost on top of the cardboard just to kill the weeds, but also with it to help with any of the plantings that I'm putting in the ground. And one thing with cardboard, it helps to bring up the worms. Worms love cardboard for some reason. Francesca says, when I use my drip irrigation, it's good, but they do like um, to plug up since my well water is very hard. Yeah, and yeah, so those are things that you may need to consider and make sure that you have the supplies necessary to repair that if you can. Um, Gardens and Me said, yes, I just came inside from watering. That's why I'm late. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Um, yeah, Monica says it's a David Austin rose. So she's going David Austin. Abraham Darby is a shrub rose. Oh, the one that Monica is thinking about. Gentle Armenian rose is a David Austin. Well, go for it. I mean, if that's what you, I will check it out, that rose. Yes. What color is the rose that you were thinking of, Monica? What color is it? What color is it? Is it pink? And do you have a lot of pink roses in your garden, or are you looking for a new color? You know, designing a new color space. Yeah, so all of that can come into play. Yeah, but watering and mulching, I think, go hand in hand. That if you want to conserve your water and keep the moisture in the ground, mulching is highly important. So when I bought the mulch from Home Depot, we bought about 20 bags of mulch, and what a good investment. It was only, what, 5 bags for $10? So we went twice and got 20 bags altogether of mulch. And that mulch went quickly, but it was such a good investment because we were able to mulch down important areas that we wanted to garden and to keep the moisture in. And we used also compost. I bought 2 yards of compost, but I think the compost was a little bit hot because when I put my seedlings in the compost, they started to turn yellow. So I had to add some fertilizer and or plant food to the mix, and or mix the compost with the garden soil, and that helped to ease the coloring of my annuals. So it kind of like stunted a little bit of the speed of the growth of the vegetables that I put in there. But when I gave them some fertilizer, and also added it in with some more of the garden soil that we had, the composted soil that we have here in my garden, Sorry about that. Um, but yeah, so because we've been composting regularly in my garden, the leaf mold and mulch, the the leaf mold, I think it called mulch, um, and decomposing that, and grass clippings and so forth over time, that has created really good compost, my own garden compost. So I've been mixing the two, the compost that I got from the landscape company and the compost that I have in the garden. And it seemed to have helped the seedlings to rebound. And so now they're looking more green versus yellow, you know? They look much more healthier. Yeah, and then I've been adding fertilizer to them as well, fertilizing them. And giving them some water soluble fertilizer. I have some Roberta's water fertilizer, and that has helped too. Yeah, that is good compost. So you got grass and chipped leaves. Yeah, and so the garden is. I think that all of that has helped the garden to look much more healthier, especially with the roses and things like that. Because I did put the compost down around them earlier and gave them some fertilizer. And so that's why I think that they're very healthy, because there's been a lot of moisture. Yeah. And you also have to water yourself too. Stay hydrated. Now, I have here my tea. Okay, sit down, take a sip, relax, experience, feel the warm smile, knowing that it's going to come to pass. I have been making myself some herbal tea. I have apple mint here with some bergamot and lemon with ice and water. Just delicious. And you know, I'm used to having sugar or honey, something in my tea, but I didn't put anything, and it's so refreshing. It truly is. Really good with a lot of ice. I didn't think that I would like it without some sugar, but I decided not to put any honey in it or anything. And this is delicious. But what I did do was I put a lot of mint. I boiled it. I boiled the leaves so it's strong, so it could take the water and the ice. It is delicious, I'm telling you. And I used lime. I didn't use lemon. Did I say lemon? I meant lime. I squeezed some lime in it. And I didn't put any sugar in it, Francesca. No honey. It's just natural, natural. Oh, it is really, really good. And from now on, I am not going to. You drink your tea without sugar and your coffee black, Sonia? Wow, good for you. I have to put in my coffee cream and sugar. Well, I don't like cream. I use, what do they call it? The powdery stuff. I like the international coffee, and I use that with as a coffee creamer. Yeah. And I have to put sugar in, or honey. I put honey in my teas, or maple syrup. Hmm. But I like this. This is really, really good. Really good. Really good. Coffee black with sugar, never any milk. Really? Rambo, you drink coffee black too? Woohoo! All of you. That's something to ask. Yes, Bev. All of you all drink your coffee black? Wow, son, you are a cowgirl. I cannot. It says Monica. What about the rest of you all? Anybody else? Any sugar? How do you all prepare your coffee or your drinks? I don't do coffee, but tea. Sign me up. Hmm. Yeah. So, um, all of that is good. Milk are for the calves. Yes. I, I agree, Rambo. Milk doesn't work well with me. I am not a milk drinker. No. I only put cream or milk, canned milk in my coffee if I have no other choice. I have to have something like that in it, but only if I drink coffee and tea black with some sugar. Oh, you too, Beth? Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. That's good, people. I have to have something in some kind of cream in there. But anyway, yeah, so it's good to start harvesting. That's the other thing. Harvesting, if you have early bearing fruits and vegetables, harvest them regularly to encourage further production. And I found that that is what I've been doing. I've been harvesting or drinking my teas, making my teas now, and really enjoying them. And it's great. It's great. It's great. And the garden, the herbs have been really prolific this year. I have a lot of lemon balm. Also, I've been drinking lemon balm, and the only thing is my mints. I don't know what happened to the mints, but I planted some fresh. I divided some of the mints from other parts of the garden where I see them, and I've replanted them in certain areas where I want to increase the mints. So they should be coming back strong at least by the end of the year or into next year. So yeah, so watering, ensuring your plants receive enough water, weeding, staying on top of weeding to prevent unwanted plants from competing with your garden plants for nutrients and water. Weeding is so important. I have been weeding in the vegetable patch. I don't know. Weeds just seem to grow so fast. I have been weeding. And I think every time I go out in the morning, because I am looking at the weeding, I do that. Monica said, learn from my grandmother, always with carnation milk, raw sugar. Yeah, carnation milk, me too. Carnation milk with sugar, in the. But I've been using honey instead in the coffee, or maple syrup, because I've decided to move away from white sugar, or brown sugar. At one point, I was using brown sugar because my mother liked brown sugar. She liked to put brown sugar in her tea and so forth. But I decided I'd use honey, and maple syrup is good also. I like the flavor of the maple syrup. Stevia is a great alternative. I tried stevia, Francesca, but in the little packs, but I couldn't really get into it. Bev says I have to weed. Yes. And so as I go out and I'm drinking my coffee and looking at the garden, especially the vegetable garden, because I really want my vegetable garden to be a little more kept. I know that I love everything full, but I've decided that I want to give everything a little bit more space. And so I've been making sure that the weeds aren't taking that space. That's why I had layered everything first with cardboard, then put down the compost, and then planted the plants in the compost. But what I found was that there's bindweed. Any of you have bindweed? Bindweed is a menace. I'm telling you, I see that bindweed coming up, and I'm just pulling up bindweed out of my vegetable patch, just pulling up the bindweed. And hopefully they will not, if I keep up with it, it will keep the garden area clean. Um, but I'm trying to give them space. I do, as you know, I do like, um, I have, I grow my own stevia plant and pick the leaves along with my chocolate mint raspberry leaves and make a good tea. Oh, that's good. Raspberry leaves are good for teas as well, Francesca, because I planted some raspberry bushes a couple of years back, and I didn't really keep them well, but I see them. I see raspberry plants shooting up. I think the birds may have planted it there, and I didn't know that you could actually make a tea with from the raspberry bushes. But if that's so, that is fantastic. I'm going to have to find the shoots because I see some of the shoots back. It was back in the corner over there. I could actually transplant it and move it closer up into that bed and make a tea with raspberry tea. Wow, the raspberry leaves. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah. Um, so the other thing is mulching, pruning, trimming, and pruning your plants to promote healthy growth. Yes, they are rich in antioxidants and contain a small amount of magnesium, calcium, and potassium. Okay. Well, thanks for that info. I'm gonna have to add them to my tea brewing system. With an S. Army. What? I have bindweed. It's too much. Yeah, yeah. Well, we gotta keep pulling. Gotta keep pulling. That's why I kind of, as before I planted into the ground, I had layered everything with cardboard, and I used some hard, heavy cardboard. Um, and then I had put the compost on top, and then on top of that, I've been seeding it in because eventually the cardboard will deteriorate over by the summertime, and I'm hoping that the um, the the roots of the plants will be big enough and that the cardboard would have deteriorated enough so that the roots can go down into the ground. Um, I don't know how well that is working, but it's some areas it seems to have caught on and it's working. In some areas, I'm still going to have to do some more work to it and help it out. But it's a work in progress. But I'm very sure that things are going to be flourishing in the vegetable garden area real soon. But just trying to keep that bindweed in check. Um, so weeding is so important. Pruning, we talked pest control. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? With the pest control, I've seen a couple of slugs that I have had to kill, and because I removed the extra debris that were around in that area, I found some slugs that were eating on my okra leaves and eating the cabbage, not my cabbage, the other one, collard greens. Yeah, so now that I've removed that, I've put down the cardboard so that they don't have any place to stay, and opened up that space. Um, and I'm trying to strengthen the seedlings by putting in the fertilizer and so forth that they seem to be doing all right. The slugs were out of control this season. Yeah, because of the rain. That's why that's why the slugs have been out there. Yay, that's what's happened when um, Monica said, yeah, that's what happens when testing texting fast. What, she wrote something funny? No worries. I don't put the S on Garden's army name. Okay. I bought 2 raspberry plants from M.I. Gardner. He had a good sale. Oh, that's nice. Gardens Army. Yes, they are rich. Okay. Yeah. So, the raspberry, I'm fighting them a lot. You are? Yeah. Well, I was listening to who was it? Oh, Jess. I think it's Jess. Jess from Roots and Refuge, and she was saying about slugs, and that she said the slugs like beer. So if you can get some beer and put it out there, they like to drink beer. Yeah, a little plate, a saucer of beer, and the slugs will go in and drink that. So if you know, buy a can and pour it in and let the slugs get drunk. I, Happy Max says, I've never seen so many slugs as I have this year. 2 years of wet summers and mild winters have have worked against my garden. Yeah, yeah, the slugs. Yeah, so all of these. That's why mulching is so important. Doing that cardboard thing is so important, just to try to keep the ground, you know, slug free as much as possible. So remember to leave small spaces around the base of each plant to prevent rotting with that. Pest control, harvesting. So we're talking about harvesting as well. Harvesting, if you have early bearing fruits and vegetables, harvest them regular to encourage further production. What are some of the things that you all have been harvesting? I've been talking about harvesting the leaves for the herbs for the tea. What are some of the things that you have been? Yeah, me too. Me too, Bev. But since I don't drink, slugs won't be drinking off of me. That's true. Me too. Uh, the bipolar weather in the UK is crazy. Still wait for at least 2 days of sun. Like, still, still wait for at least 2 day of sun. Yeah, I've been hearing that your weather has been a little crazy over there in the UK. Um, Over here, I've been waiting for rain right now. It's very cloudy. It looks like it wants to rain, but I would love to get at least a good, you know, um, nighttime rain, a nice soaker. Not too heavy, not too hard on the plants, but a soaker rain, so that, excuse me, things will, stay lush, and that I don't have to take out the hose. We did take out the hose on that Thursday, which was good, because if we didn't, we would have lost a lot of our annuals, our little seedlings that I put in, because we did plant in some impatiens in the back, and I added some other flowers and things. So and it was good also that I used the hose for the vegetable patch, because they need a lot more water. But then, as I said, because I put down the cardboard, which keeps the moisture, and the compost on top of it, which keeps moisture, then with the rain coming down, it has helped as far as moisture is concerned, and not having to water as frequently. And then if I see some area that needs direct watering, I've been using the watering can to keep up with that. But the watering can is just a lot of work. I've been getting a lot of exercise, people. Up and down, down and up, bending and pulling and pushing and turning and twisting and so forth. And it's good. I've been outdoors more than ever in the last 2 weeks. I've been spending hours outside getting a lot of fresh air, and just feeling very, very good, very healthy, feeling healthy, and getting a tan. Sonia says, I've harvested chard, okra, green beans, cilantro, and basil. Whew, that's good. Well, I'm glad that you are having a lot of success, Sonia, down there in Texas. I know that it's hot, but you have a long growing season, and you're able to harvest. That is fantastic. What are some of the others of you harvesting so far? Um, I've harvested lettuce, sage, radish, scallions. We'll harvest my garlic and potatoes pretty soon. Yeah, now that is going to be new for me. I've been looking at the garlic, and I think they're about time to harvest. Oh my, don't even talk about slugs. I had to do it, use the diatomaceous earth. I didn't want to do it. They were out of control. Yeah. Yes. Well, you got to do what you got to do. Lots of strawberries, says Francesca. Francesca has been. Oh, you know what? I had right here in my little herb bowl. I had planted. I had a strawberry shoot. Like one of the runners, and I just popped it in here, and it flowered and it actually produced strawberries, and I ate them. I had 3 strawberries. I ate 2 of them. I gave my husband one. I said, check this out," and he said, "Wow." I mean, fresh strawberries. One, they smell so good, and two, they just burst in your mouth with flavor, especially if you allow them to get ripe and to ripen. Isn't that wonderful? I have that there, and I see that it's about to create some runners, so I am going to definitely be planting them. Your strawberries will be ripening soon. Yeah, that's really good, Francesca, that you have strawberries. Yeah, and that's a good thing. Anyone else has any things that you've been harvesting? Any other good news, things that you want to share? So I harvested sugar peas, Swiss chard, lettuce, strawberries, and arugula. All right, Monica. Sugar peas, that's good. My snap peas are just coming up. Swiss chard, I have Swiss chard there, but I didn't harvest the Swiss chard, and now the Swiss chard is bolting, but it's okay. I figured that's fine. Um, I like growing things. I really have to work on um, eating more of, like, I never grew Swiss chard before, and I grew some. I had overwintered some last year. I had started it in the fall garden and overwintered it over there in that section. So when it came up, I looked at it and I said, when is the best time for me to harvest it? And when I was getting ready to harvest, the next day, what did I see? That we had bolted and that it's now going to flower. So you know how I like flowers. I said, well, let me wait and see what flower it would have. And then if I can, I will save the seeds and then seed the Swiss chard, because now I know that this is Swiss chard, and I will have Swiss chard from my own garden, the seeds. And I have been I have been waiting for the seeds of the collard greens that I have there for them to dry up, and so that I can save those collard green seeds there. And then the kale seeds, the kales that I had saved the seeds from last year, the kales are getting really, really tall. They're growing up. And I've been transplanting them and putting them in other parts of the garden. So I'm going to have a lot of kale to harvest when the time comes, which is good because I do like kale. And I like fresh kale. I like kale from my garden. And that's amazing because sometimes there's some vegetables that you can get from the supermarket, um, but it's just not as, it's more tough. It's not as tasty. And kale happens to be one of them. And collard greens, the greens. I'm sure the Swiss chard, if you were to get that in the supermarket, it's nothing like your own Swiss chard from your garden. That it's not as tough, but it's more tender and sweet. So those leafy greens, it's good to plant them and to harvest them right away, and harvest them young as well. Um, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Yeah, so you all seem to be doing very well. And I covered everything on my list. Keeping your garden healthy in June involves a variety of tasks that prepare your plants for the summer growth spurt and help them thrive during the hotter months. And I was sharing with you, I like the greens for smoothies. Yes, that's true, Sonia. Here's some key tips to maintaining a vibrant garden. Watering. You want to water to ensure your plants receive enough water. Weeding. Stay on top of the weeding to prevent unwanted plants from competing with your garden plants for nutrients and water. Mulching. Mulching is important. Apply mulch around your plants to help retain soil moisture. regulate soil temperature, and suppress weed growth. And pruning, trimming and pruning your plants to promote healthy growth and airflow, which can help prevent disease. And that's another thing that can help you with the slugs is to prune around your plants and make sure that all of the like dead leaves and so forth of your plants that you pull them off so that the slugs don't have anything to eat because they're looking for things that are suffering, that are struggling, and that's what they're going to eat on, munch on. So if you leave like the bottom of your plants, leave those leaves down there, that's what's going to attract them. So go around and pull those dead leaves off your plants so that the slugs have nothing to munch on. Pruning. Trim and prune your plants to promote healthy growth and airflow. Fertilizing. Feed your plants with the right nutrients to support their growth. This is particularly important if you notice signs of nutrition deficiencies. And that's what I was noticing, so I had to make sure I would, that I add some fertilizer. Yeah, it's time to wrap up. Grow, 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 grow together. Hallelujah. Pest control and harvesting. Well, one thing I want to, before I end, I want to invite you all to a special meeting that we're going to be having tomorrow with Francesca at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing it with the Google Meets again, and it is to celebrate Pentecost. Today is, if you are a believer in Jesus Christ and you're part of the church, the church being the ecclesia, his body, then this is the day that the Holy Spirit came on the day of Pentecost, according to the Jewish processes, the Jewish feasts. This is the Feast of Weeks, and this is Pentecost. Today is Pentecost Day, and we've gotten a double dose of Pentecost because we celebrated Pentecost in May, but we're also going to be celebrating Pentecost tomorrow on Google Meets with Francesca and some of my other gardening friends here. Darlene usually comes and joins us, and Thelma and myself. And we're going to be on Google Meets at 2 p.m. And it's a time of just giving thanks to God, our Creator God, for all that He's done for us and how He's helped us, and just asking for more help and guidance and protection. And if you need prayer, let us know. You can email me and let us know, and we will pray for you. And God has really been great. He's been healing and helping others. And Monica, yes, Sonia, all babies pouring hydrogen peroxide in the soil help it cause them to come up out of the soil. I never seen a worm move so fast. Someone said he was on fire. Okay. Wait, double dose of the Holy Ghost. Yeah. Yeah. So that's that is what I'm sharing with you. I will send out an email tomorrow with the code. So if you have a Gmail account, then you have Google Meets. If you have a Gmail account, then you have Google Meets. If you hit the little camera and put the code in the camera, it will ask you what is the code. Just put that code in and you will be able to join. And Francesca is going to be hosting this on her channel, her Google Meets. So, if you just need some prayer, let us know. We will pray for you. God has been answering prayer. As you know, I have another channel, and people have been making prayer requests, and God has been answering prayer. Yeah, so just, as much as I love gardening. I want to keep this garden channel open so everyone feels welcome and so forth. But still, I cannot deny I cannot deny God and His goodness towards us. And if you need prayer, just let us know and we will pray for you. All right, so that's it. That's tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time on Google Meets. And I will be sending out an email. So if you are interested in being a part of it, then and you have a Gmail, you can come and join us. So let us grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. That's right. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's garden and home. In Catherine's garden and home. That's right. In Catherine's garden and home. Yeah, God is good. Grow, 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 grow together. Gardens are me. Grow, grow. Monica, grow, grow. Francesca, grow, grow. Sonia, grow, grow. Monica, grow, grow. Beverly, grow, 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 grow together. Grow, grow. Rambo, grow, grow, grow together. God bless you, Rambo, over there in the UK. May He bless your garden. Yes, that you will have much coming your way. Grow, grow. Raquel, grow, Rachel, grow, 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 grow together, grow, grow. Everyone, who else is there? T. Hopper, Antonio, grow, grow, Antonio. Oh, soon Antonio will become a gardener. Yes, He is all the time. His mercy endures forever. Amen. Yes. Grow, 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 grow together. Hopefully you all can make it. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow together. In Catherine's garden and home. In Catherine's garden and home. Thelma, Catherine's garden and home. Darlene, Catherine's garden and home. Barbara, and Catherine's got Barbie. Yeah, Happy Mac. Catherine's garden and home. Oh, yes. I'm trying to remember everybody's name. But you know what? I am so grateful for you all. I thank you all for coming and being a part of this session. And I hope that it's encouraged you to continue to work in your gardens. And if you don't have the same faith that I have, that's all right. You can still be a part of Catherine's Garden and Home, and we can share the goodness of the garden. Why? Because beauty is part of who we are. Yes, jazz hands. Yes, Catherine's Garden and Home, and everyone is welcomed here. Even if you don't believe the same way I do, that's okay. I love your company. You're welcome to be a part. And I hope that this session, this time on Wednesdays, gives you a little more peace and a little more joy, and that you feel good in your spirit, because we all need some goodness here on the planet. We need people to be kind and good. We need some joy, and we need to come away feeling, refreshed, just like this drink. And all of you are talking about the drink. Yes, this is how I want you to feel. When you were finished listening to me and being a part of this, I want you to feel refreshed, invigorated, and ready to continue to work in your garden. Yes. So cheers, everybody. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening, and see you next time right here at Catherine's Garden and Home. Be well, everybody. Had to leave. No problem, Thelma. Yes, and yeah, and share it with others. Share, and if you didn't give me a like, hit the like button and hit the notification bell. Subscribe to Catherine's Garden Home. There's so much going on here, so much good things happening in my garden, and I definitely want to share it with you. Please check your emails, and also check the videos. They're going to be coming fast and furious. And I'll see you next time here in Catherine's Garden and Home. Have a great evening. Thank you, Sonia. Stay blessed. Good evening to everyone. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Be blessed. Bye, Monica. Get that rose, girl. Get that rose bush. Get a David Austin. Plant it. And make sure you send pictures, all you people. Start taking pictures, because I'm looking for pictures. All right? Bye. Grow, 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 grow together. Grow, 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 grow. Bye, Rambo. Grow, 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 grow together. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Catherine's Garden. Bye, Barbie. Catherine's Garden and Home. Catherine's Garden and Home. Yeah, yeah. I'm feeling happy right now. I am having a problem letting you go because I'm feeling real good. Yay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Catherine's Garden and Home as we garden together. Bye bye as we garden together. Yeah, yeah, as we grow together. And Catherine's Garden and Home. Catherine's Garden and Home. That's right. Catherine's Garden and Home. Oh, yeah. Stay blessed, everyone. Woo! I'm feeling good. Yes, I am. Cheers. Bye.